I do is I'm going to start writing my format. So I've done all the income so long. And now let's start. Bad debts recovered. And I see, oh my goodness, there's not enough lines. So I'm now going to prop it in there. Bad debts recovered. I see it's 3.2. And then I see discount allowed is 4,530. Fuel 23.6. Salaries 168,400. Packing material 7. Advertising 19,620. Bad debt 5. Repairs 13. Interest on overdraft would be an interest expense. And sundry expenses 132,600. Okay. Now I see there's a big block, and that big block is because they're asking me notes. What notes did they ask me? They asked me the note for inventory. So that would be trading stock and consumable stores on hand. I'm somehow going to block and top. Next one is trade and other receivables, which would be my debtors control or my trade debtors. Less provision for bad debts, which will give me my net trade debtors. Accrued income, prepaid expense. Then, is there some more space at the back there? Yeah. Payables. Payables, I'll just leave a line there. Payables. It's my creditors. Trade creditors. Accrued expense. Income received in advance. And then I'll see all the salary stuff. Okay. Am I ready to go?
Yes.
I'm ready to go. No entries were made for merchandise, which is stock, with a selling price of 5.6 donated to a hospital. So this would be donations, trading stock. And you always use the cost price. So now let's see. What is 5.6 times 100 over 175? Anybody?
Where
I thought this was homework.
No, I'm not. I was doing this. Where
3,200. Yes. So now I have to say my donations. Is there donations anywhere? No, so I'm going to prop it in here. Donations is going to be 3,200. Okay. And I'm going to remember to draw a T for trading stock. And I donated 3.2. Makes my stock less. Next one. Stock on hand according to the physical stock take. Trading stock. 156,220. 156,220. And I see my trading stock had a balance of 158,120. Can you see this side is more than, no it's not, this side is more, there's a surplus.
Yes.
So there's going to be a surplus where there's no space, so I'm just going to say trading stock surplus. And what's the surplus? 1,300. 1,300.
No, I got 1,300.
1,300. Okay. Then, next one. I see the packing material count. And now can you see this is weird? Because they tell me here, I've got packing material on the 1st of March. Right? And I told you all the ones you must make 2s, ne? 21. And then they tell me what I bought, and then they tell me what I used. Okay. So let's quickly go look at the packing material T account. Now, remember last year I told you reversals. And I know we never practice reversals, but this is a reversal. Let me explain to you. If I have Handy Andy, okay, and I buy 10 bottles, you agree with me? So I buy 10 bottles, I use 7. So my profit and loss is 7. That goes to the income statement as an expense. It means 3 was not used. What do I call that 3? Consumable stores on hand. So meaning I have a T account, consumable stores on hand, which have a 3 there, because now it's an asset. And guess what? Trial balance. What do you see? Consumable stores on hand. So meaning they never reversed it. So can you see 20, 20. So what is the reversing? So this is now this year is gone. Okay? Now I go to the new year. Now I'm going to take that consumables and put it back into the Handy Andy so that I can use it. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now if I look at this, if I look at my packing material, do you agree with me? I'm going to start with 20,000. Why? Because there's a consumable stores on hand with 20,000. So I'm going to cancel that because it's not on hand. If it's the beginning of the year, most probably I already used it. So I'm going to take it over back to packing material. You see? Now I'm going to buy 7,000 more. So I've got 27,000. Now I'm going to split it. Used, unused. Used, unused. Okay. So they tell me used is 80%. Meaning the unused is 20%. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to work on the 27,000, not just the 7. So 27 times 80% used is 21.
600.
And then how much did I use?
5,400.
So in other words, if I go to my income statement, my packing material, is everybody fine?
Yes.
My packing material is going to be 21,600. How did I do that? It's that 7 plus the 20 times the 75%. Okay? If I go to 85. Can you stop shouting at me? So, let's go to inventory. If I go to my inventory, consumables on hand, it's going to be the 54. Okay. Part of the building was let to Summer Florists for 9,000 per month. The rental was increased by 1080 with effect from 1st September 21. Included in the amount for rent is rent received for March. So by now, this must come naturally to you. You say, okay, before the and after the. So, the increase happened. But you don't even have to look at that. They tell you it's 9,000 and it's 1080, and they tell you the rent was received for March. Was it with or without the increase?
With the increase.
With the increase, so it's going to be 1080.
Yes.
So your rent is less 1080. And you have to remember this is the income received in advance. My goodness, how easy is this? Add advertising contract for 7/2 was paid January to December. Can you see, for 12 months? So if I say 7/2 divided 12,
6,000.
and it's now I want to see how many months is in my financial year. My year ends 28 February 22, meaning I only had it for 2 months, meaning 10 months is prepaid. And that is 6. You just said it's 6.
Yeah, 6,000 divided by
6,000
12. And then you times it by 10 and then... I'm saying per month.
is 600. 600 per month. It's not 72,000, it's 7,200. I'm looking at it.
I'm asking myself, are you sure, man?
Oh, he calls himself man. Okay. So, my prepaid expense is 6. And my income statement is going to be less 6. Is there advertising somewhere? Yeah, less 6. I haven't put my trading stock deficit in yet. Or I did, it's a surplus. Okay, here we go. Hudayjkar, a debtor, was declared insolvent. The estate paid a first and final dividend of 40 cents, meaning what is bad debt? 60 cents. The direct deposit for 1,000 was received and recorded and deposited into the account, right off the balance. So I've got 1,004, but that 1,004 is the 40 cents. I want the 60 cents. So that's going to give me
Where's my bad debt? I did it just 2001.
2001. So 2001 added to bad debts.
Yeah, 2001.
Please remember that 1/4 that I received is not bad debts recovered, because I'm only bad debting the guy now. How can I recover it even before I bad debt him? You see?
You already received that.
Yeah, exactly. So now, provision for bad debts. So what do I do? First thing I do is I take my debtors control. My debtors control is 59,650. I work out what is the real debtors. And I remember, oh, I now bad debted to 1. So my debtors is 57550.
Yes.
Now I'm going to adjust it to 4%. What is that?
2302.
And this is my new one. Meaning, the one here, provision for bad debt. Can you see my trade debtors is now 57,550. And this is 2302. And you know what? If you show me this calculation, 57,550 times 4%, you'll get a principal mark there.
Yeah.
And then if you go do this, 25255, you'll get another principal mark. Everybody with me?
Yes,
Happiness all around.
all around.
So now let's look. Now they say, what was the old one? So I go look, what's the old one?
The old provision.
Yeah. I can't find it. 25.
Yeah, 25.
25 is the old one. Okay? So my answer is going to be negative.
Yes.
So immediately I know it's an income. So I'm going to prop it in there. Provision, bad debt, adjustment. You see? I will highlight it that you don't look for it. Provision highlight there. Okay. So now, how much?
See, I was cooking.
Okay.
I was cooking.
Next one. The bookkeeper has correctly posted the gross salary to the salary account in the general journal, but omitted to post the contributions made by the business to the general journal. Note, All contributions by the business is shown in the salary. Okay? So I just want to show my contributions. Ne? That salary is my gross and my contributions. So, what is contributions here? Let's quickly look. Let me move this up a bit. Contributions, they tell me pension fund deductions is 900. The business contributes rand for rand. So it's plus 900. So this gives me 1693.
And let's write that in Sunday.
No, why would you write it in Sunday?
Oh, I saw Sunday.
Okay. Now I need to do the salary and wages, the payable part. Okay. So I'm going to go on here on this page here. So what do they say? Everything was posted. But can you see they don't tell me anything was paid. So I need to start with creditor for salary. And I see there's payee. And I see there's pension fund. Now before I go any further, I'm going to quickly look. Is there anything in my balance sheet section? Can you see there's nothing? Meaning everything was paid except this guy that we didn't show. You guys with me?
Yes.
So, creditors for salary, I start with the gross. So I take out the payee because I'm going to pay it to SARS. I take out the pension because I'm going to pay it to the fund. And I'm going to pay 900 extra as a contribution. So what's the creditors for salary? 32. See, easy as that. A summary of the loan statement. So as soon as we do a loan statement, we say, yay, I can do my song. So let's do a T. Loan. Opening and a closing and a bank and an interest on loan. Okay. Opening 79,800. Cloning, I want to say cloning, 71,020. Total payments 14,040. What's my interest? And please, this you need to show in a place where I can see it when I mark. What does this give me?
5280. Oh, you guys got 6. My bad.
5260.
Must have
Okay.
been at 10 o'clock.
Now, remember they also asked me here, what is the amount in the long-term liability in the face of the balance sheet? So I'm going to take my closing balance, which is the 71,020, and I'm going to subtract my short-term loan. Okay? What is my short-term loan? They say we will repay 8,000 next year. So this gives me 60. Like that. Okay. And so all the adjustments is done. So now I can just literally close off everything. So let's close. Let's start with the income statement. Did I forget? Ach nee, there's more. There's more. It doesn't stop. Okay. Payments in respect of utilities. What is utilities? It's your water and electricity, ne? Account and telephone are included in sundry. Utilities was overpaid. So it's a prepaid with what? 1320. So my prepaid expense 1320. See? Then the telephone will only be paid next month, so that's accrued. So I need to add So I'm going to add 2030, and that's going to go to accrued expense. The business sells electronic components on behalf of Mynec on a commission basis. The company earns 10% commission on its sales of electronic components from Mynec Limited. Commission on sales totaling 366 is still due, so plus 3660, accrued income 3660.
That's an accrued.
If you can go to slower, man.
Why?
You're just going too fast.
Provide 7560 for depreciation. So I'm going to put it in here, depreciation,
Yeah.
7560. And I'll highlight it for you that you don't look for it.
And next time in the exams, can you
Yes.
double check?
You must tell Mr. Q because he moderates my stuff and he will tell me. There's not enough lines. Okay, can we add?
Check you.
Did I literally now do everything? So now let's
Yes.
total. Ooh. So let's start.
Okay.
Sales, how much? 1?
1131570.
Like that.
Yes.
Okay, less 50,33440 gives me gross of 5. Okay. So I've got bad debts recovered 32. What's my rent? Okay, and discount is 3810. What's the total? Anybody? Okay, and what's this total?
920.
Okay, let's do expenses. Are you alive, my baby? Barely, ne? Okay, so 4530, 23.6. What's advertising is 13.620, 13.2. What's my sundry? No, that's not it. 1333. Can I quickly say this to you?
You just trust it's correct.
So my operating is what?
323900.
Okay, interest income is 14.8. I just want to put this one in here. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm done.
So,
I just checked.
interest expense 007843. You are talking, you are not helping. What's my interest expense?
199. Oh no, interest expense.
Yeah,
Yes.
yours is most wrong. Oh no, it's right. 19,910. So 09, 16 minus 9 is 7. 7 minus 9 is 8. 3 minus 1 is 2, 3. Is that right?
They're saying no behind
Then
Okay, what is it?
You over added
Okay.
more the interest.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
It's supposed to be 338,700.
And then this is going to be 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what's the net profit? Anybody? Net profit? Anybody? Net profit?
720.
Thank you. So, when I go to the notes, my stock will be the stock take, which is 156,220. Add that, it gives me 0.26161. Okay, accrued stays 3660. Prepaid is 7320. You can block on top or you can bottomize, and it gives me what? 2, 11, 13, it's 10, it's 12, it's 8 and 3, it's 11, and 5 is 6, 6. Is that right? Creditors I see is 110 for 20. Accrued in advance. Let's look at salary and wages. Where's that one? Who took my stuff? Where's my paper?
Which one?
The one with the salary and wages stuff.
Are you sure, ma'am, you don't have it?
I most probably do, but I need help. Here it is.
Always a kissing, even though.
Okay, don't worry. It's all recorded. There we go. So, what do I get? If I total all of that,